coming on live. And of course, as I told you, I was going to make sure I did a wonderful intro for you. And for those who are joining and joined in today, we have the beautiful songstress, Eureka, at Eureka on the Track, from the Bay to LA.
Yeah.
So tell us, Eureka, of course, I know who you are, but tell us who Eureka is.
I'm a singer songwriter from the Bay. I love to dance and I make music for everybody. I've mixed the new school with the old school, and it's just, yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. So when did you start singing and dancing? I mean, how old were you when you realized this is what you wanted to do?
I mean, I used to watch a lot of the videos on BET, and I always listening to the songs on the radio, all the stuff that was hits back then. I used to sing along to it, but I was just really insecure and shy, so it was something that I always kept very private to myself.
Yeah.
And I would just sing when nobody's around, and then eventually, as I got older, I started to take it more seriously, and here I am today.
Here you are. And so you're in Southern Cal right now, right? You're in LA.
Yes, I'm in SoCal, yes.
Okay, so how's that been since the transition from the Bay?
Oh, it's different, but I mean, it's Cali, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, all day, right?
The culture is different though in LA compared to the Bay. It's really different, but for the most part, I like the weather. You know, I can get a tan, so
yeah. So funny.
The sun is better, so yeah.
You get a little breeze, but you got more beaches, and I mean, I think it's about the same. But I think people hang out at the beach. Yeah. So I see Legend. I see one of your producers just joined us in. Hello, Legend. Thank you for joining. Of course, he was going to join. He's going to support. And I want to say, I definitely, you know, as I was listening to your music, I got inspired as far as just a lot of the emotional content. I noticed you have the ability to convey, you know, a very, very large, you know, emotion, which is important, not just singing a song and delivering. So I think that's beautiful. And I think I told you that yesterday when I was like going deep into your catalog.
You gotta feel it. I feel like that's really important as an artist. You gotta put them in your shoes of how you're feeling. And a lot of people, they might be going through the same thing that you're talking about in your song. So you really got to connect with your audience and make sure that they feel it. I want them to feel it. The feeling always got to be there. So
So who would you say influenced you? I mean, did mom, dad in the house play a lot of old classics? I mean,
I grew up with the old school. So I grew up with a lot of that, like all the time, the whole time capsule. So I was always been influenced by that. I love, you know, I heard a lot of Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Supremes. Well, Diana Ross, you know, but
of course, yeah.
Mayfield. So a lot of soulful music and a lot of hip hop too. A lot of hip hop during that time that was really big.
Well, let's go into some of the catalog, because yesterday one of the songs that I really related to. You know, we could talk about, of course, your single, but I always like to go backwards and start backwards a little bit. And I saw some YouTube vids. I saw one of the songs. Well, you know, like I said, I got to do my research, you know. But I saw Stop Hating, of course, and you know, that's like every day.
Oh, right, exactly. Gotta block out the negativity.
But it's motivation, right? We gotta remember that.
I want it to be.
You must be doing something right if they have that, you know, need.
Yes, and a lot of these people, they just got bad spirits. They're energy vampires, so they try to take your energy. So you got like boom, block it off.
Yeah, I like that energy vampire. We gotta stay away from them. That's no good. Energy vampire. So Dark Clouds, and I like to paraphrase things. So I want to paraphrase something lyrics you stated from Dark Clouds.
Okay.
You said, I thought I could be strong, but I'm not weak. Okay. So even when it's sunny, it's still shady.
Shady, yes.
Yeah. So talk about what was going on with the process of Dark Cloud.
Dark Clouds, it's really about mental health, because I know a lot of people got mental health issues. So I just really, that's part of who I make my music for. A lot. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's really the thing I'm big about is mental health, because that's a really huge problem that we're dealing right now as a nation, just worldwide. Like a lot of people have those issues, and I just really want to touch on that because a lot of mainstream doesn't really touch on that like that. So I just feel like it's really important for people to know that they're not alone. and that, you know, like we've all been there when we're at our lowest of the low, at the bottom, and just wanting to give up. Or so it was just really important for me to make a song like that.
Well, it's incredible. And I definitely, like, you know, I'm the kind of person, I'll put something, I'll just keep playing and playing and playing, and not, you know, just because, of course, the background and the instrumental, because, of course, you know, the production that goes into it is important, but really, really, really listening to the lyrics. And I'm glad you touched on, you know, mental health, because I had a guest on about 2 weeks ago, Adrian Howdigy, and he talked about that, you know, especially as far as like right now in the middle of a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, like it's a lot of pandemics going on right now.
Yeah.
So to be able to maintain that type of mindset, talk about what you do, like what your spirituality is, what your process is.
I feel like having, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Are you okay?
It's really important to have a relationship with God, because that's the foundation for everything. Your spirit comes first, and then your body's after. So it's really important, you know, having our talks with God, reading my Bible, you know, all the scriptures that whenever I need it, that's my medicine for the day. And so that's just really important. And yeah, you got to have a relationship with God, or believe in something, whatever that is you believe in.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's my main thing. I'm really big on that.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, because I like to do, you know, I started recently waking up very early, like even earlier than early.
What time?
Which is early for me. It's like, okay. I want to say 5.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, 5 and 5:30. And one of my cousins of mine, she had told me, she was like, you know, you got to be up before the devil, you know, and I'm like, woo. I said, well, that's early.
Yeah, that's early.
But it makes sense, like what you're saying. So, like, you know, affirmations, you know, prayer, you know, meditating, and then it's, you know, like what we're doing right now. I mean, we're talking about something that's positive. So I think that's encouraging to others, right?
Yeah.
So, so then we go into, of course, what's happening now. So we could jump into 2020 because we're in the midst of it, you know. And you come out with this song produced by Legend.
Yes.
Written by you, Eureka. And it's Rebirth of a Nation. And I brought everybody in with that as you came in. So talk about Rebirth of a Nation.
So basically, I'm basically just saying, like, it's just an uprising that's going on in our nation. It's different from every generation because we've had protests after protests throughout all the generations. But I feel like it's a lot of that, like, an uprising, and we're literally crashing the system, and we're trying to change things around so that this can stop happening. And it's just, I just really been fed up, and I was just tired of feeling powerless about it, because it's like I want to do something about it, because I'm just tired of seeing our people getting killed, and it just keeps happening. It's just a lot. And then especially when you see the videos on social media, or then if or it happens to you yourself, that's even a lot to deal with. And so I just wrote that song because I was just really fed up, and I just, you know, that's the only I took it out on the mic. You know, I just go to the studio, I wrote the song, and I found the beat, and I just put all my frustration and anger into the mic, because I don't want to get, you know, in legal trouble. So you know,
so funny.
Just do it. You know, I want to be peaceful about it. I want to be right, but still have my foot down. You know, peaceful, that, like, I'm letting them know, like, we're not doing this no more. We're not our great grandparents. We're not doing this no more.
Yes. Well, I like that. I like that, because you're from this generation, which is incredible. And I say, because you're younger than me, and the topic comes up a lot, that this is they picked the wrong generation, but they picked the right generation, because this is the one that will do, like, exactly what you're talking about doing. So talk about that, like your particular generation, and how, you know, you guys are just totally different. You're not having it. And the difference is, and we talked about this yesterday, being biracial, because there's a lot more people who are supporting us and being in there, and no one is just one race anymore anyway. Okay.
Well, I'm kind of, being mixed. It's like I'm in the middle of it. So it's just, you know, and I know that there's bad apples in every race, but we do have an epidemic with, you know, the ongoing oppression that's been going on since centuries. So it's been going on for so long, and we just not letting up.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
And we also have social media too. So it's like these videos, imagine the generations that they didn't have the footage of those interactions that were going on. Like, I can't imagine, like, even talking to some of my relatives that dealt with police brutality, they didn't have no body cameras back then like they do now. So that's what's also different is, thank God for the internet. It's really a blessing that we have it, so we can also, it's easier to get the word around too about stuff.
Absolutely. Well done, because I think it's a great song. You know, like I said, the message, the delivery, the production, I think it's perfect. It's right on time. And then of course you added the visual, which was just incredible. So let's talk about the visuals and how important it is, because you might be talking to somebody that's right behind you and that's coming up and, you know, kind of afraid to step out, afraid to show their face, but still love to sing like you do. How important is adding the visual process to the completion of putting out something like this kind of a song?
Well, we have a microwave generation, so everybody we want it now. So it's like they want to see what you look like, because it's everything is, you know, so it's all about having an online presence as an artist. So it's important to have the visuals, because they want to see that we don't back in our parents' day, they had the radio and stuff, but then they introduced the video. So that's when it became about making sure you had a dope video.
Well, wonderful. We'll talk about more of what you like to do outside of music.
I like to work out. Oh, wait, well, I'm sorry.
I said, who is Eureka outside of music?
I love working out, you know, getting sunlight. And, you know, I like playing video games.
Okay. Which game you like? You have Nintendo Switch or
Sega? I have a PlayStation.
Okay. Got the PlayStation.
Yeah, I have my books, so I got my books that I'm about to start reading.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So who are some of your main, like now, because you talk about some of the older classic musicians when you were growing up, who are some of your musical influences today?
Today, I guess I'll say Beyonce, because she's timeless. So I like Beyonce. I don't really listen to the radio like that.
Me neither.
I listen to a lot of independent artists. So I like Flo Milli.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of who else I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really with it. I love the independent wave. I think it's so dope that we have that.
Yeah, I like that. Well, if you were talking to a younger version of yourself, what advice would you give to yourself? Caught you off guard there. What would you tell yourself right now, especially knowing the business you just walked into? Because I mean, this industry can be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I guess mostly protecting my energy, just like just being aware of my surroundings and the people I'm around. I think that would be it, because I mean, I've always been very focused and very about my business.
Yeah.
I feel
like we got Germany on the line. Adisa is an artist from Germany. What's up, Adisa? He said, greetings, fam. So we appreciate you joining in. Appreciate you so much. Talk about more of the industry. Like, if you could change one thing, I mean, I know there's a lot of things that you could probably change.
My God, it's a lot. What's up, Real?
What would you change if you could change one thing about the industry, though? One big thing that would make an impact.
Oh my God, I love your question, because I've even in all the times with my producer and manager about that. Like, I'm just so over this having a big social media following. Like, why is it more important to be popular than it is to be talented? Like, it's just like nowadays, it's like if you have a social media following, it's like people automatically, oh my God, they're a fan of you just because you got the following. Like, why can't it be about the music? Why can't it be about the talent? That's what I would change. Yeah, absolutely. And I think we touched on this too, you know, during our call. And I'm still understanding it myself. You know, I think it's important to understand. And I think I was saying Gary Vee talks about it a lot, to really, really focus on like what you do, like your content. You continue to, if you can keep putting out good content, you know, the following will come. And I think you want real followers. You want good followers. You want people that, and you want people that will engage. You know what I'm saying? And what'd you say? No, what'd you say? No bots.
No bots.
Because it's not an authentic follow. You want an authentic online presence.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in that.
Yeah. So I think, you know, I think if we just focus on that, and it's really, you know, this business is more about, and people need to realize it's really not what you know and what you have, it's who you know. Yeah. You know, and you want good people, you know, like around. You don't want just to say, oh, I know that person, either. You want really good creative people, genuine people with genuine characters.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Cato, the producer, said it best. And he said, you know, I don't care how talented you are. He said, I will not work with you if you are a shitty character.
Yeah, you can't have a bad attitude. You got to have a positive attitude. And you got to be respectful too. It's all about how you treat people as well. You can't be having ill intent and trying to harm people. So that's important too.
Well, let's talk about some of the great people you work with, and Legend is one of them. So
yeah, I work with Legend. I have my main producer, Black Irish Entertainment. I have my manager, Real Ray Don, that we do a lot of music together. So
wonderful. Yeah.
You know, I have a little team coming along.
And what advice has any one of them given you that has stuck with you today?
I would say just keep doing it. You know, don't let nobody try to change your sound, because I've had people be like, "Oh, your producer is not good." I'm like, I know again, like you're not finna tell me that they not good. Like I know, I work with them personally and I know them personally. So my producer is good. Like ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Or just about changing my sound, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
This is the type of music I do. I'm not dumbing down my sound for nobody. I'm not, you know, everything, like I know everything's visual, but I still want to make music with substance. Like I don't want to have, it's a lot of instant gratification. So it's like, I don't want to talk about sex. I don't want to talk about drugs. I want to talk about real stuff, real life stuff. And I want to stay true to myself. And I want to be relatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't be somebody that I'm not. I want to be myself. So someone's trying to change that, that's a problem for me. And I'm going to distance myself.
Yeah, and that's not you, right?
Yeah.
I think that's not you. So let's talk a little bit about that. I see Elaine joined us, Future New York. Say hello, Elaine. We have the beautiful Eureka online today, everyone who just joined us. And he just said, real talk, stay true to yourself. So it's like perfect timing, because we're talking about literally, you know, being an independent artist, you know? And so what does that mean for you? Because as an indie artist, of course, you know, you don't deal with, of course, the large label. You're not dealing with somebody telling you what to do. So talk more about the control, the creative control that you have.
I love it because I don't got to answer to nobody. I get to say what I want to say. It's my song. I get to say what I want to say. I'll get input now. I'll get input from Real, Black Irish, all that. But at the end of the day, I'm running it. Like, this is my song, okay? Like,
yes.
So I love that. And it's like, it is, you know, I would say, you know, it does come with its challenges, but for the most part, I like it because, you know, I love it. I don't have to, like I said, I get to be my own boss, and I have more control of what I'm doing. Like, no one's telling me to change my look or anything. No one's telling me straighten your hair or, you know.
No.
I get to just do me.
Yes, which I love. As I told you, I'm like the colors, the vibe, the energy.
Camera. I didn't even realize that. It just had
the hair.
Oh my
What'd
God.
you say? You got.
Oh no, I had to adjust my. I didn't realize. It just
okay. Yeah, because we can see all of you. That's what I'm saying. Your hair, everything. You know, I told you, because I'm the hair. I just love the hair.
Thank you so much.
Talk about some of the control that you have. So talk about some of the performances, because I know. If I go backwards, I know you were in a showcase before. I think, was it Coast to Coast?
Yeah, I did Coast to Coast in 2019.
Okay. So talk about that experience.
There was no sound check, so I'm very big. I like to have a sound check when I go to a show, so that, you know, so I did have trouble hearing myself when I sang. And
wow.
Yeah, I had a little trouble hearing myself sing.
So what do you do in an experience like that? I mean,
I just have to go with the flow and act like it's not going.
Yeah.
Like, act like I can actually hear myself and just keep singing. And I didn't realize. Oh my God! It sounded like I was shouting to the crowd. So
yeah. So what other performances have you done, and which ones have you enjoyed the most? Because that sounded like a challenging performance. So which ones have been wonderful?
Yeah, there used to be this place called Zen Lounge in Studio City. I did some shows there.
Okay.
And I loved it. I loved it because I like how it's like a chill crowd. It's a little crowd. I like that a lot. I love lounges. I really like that because you get to really connect with the crowd, can see the faces and stuff. So I really like that. And I just really like places that really appreciate the music. Like they care about the music more than the look and the following. So I just love that about places like that. They didn't care about me not having a huge following and stuff. So yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
You relocated from Oakland, of course, or San Jose, I should say. I always want to go Oakland.
Everybody thinks I'm from Oakland. Oh my God.
You know, I
don't know my personality, what it is. But yeah, I had my fun as a little kid. You know, I used to go to games and stuff, go to the concert. I saw Chris Brown when he was in concert when I was a little girl. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah.
So what's LA? What's the scene like in LA then? When we know LA, of course, music, musicians, lounges. Talk about some of that, like the scene in LA and the performing and the shows before pre-COVID.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say because it's dead right now. There's nothing going on right now.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
I mean, a lot of things. Some places they do want the following, or it's some pay to play stuff. So it's like it's a lot of pay to play. Like you gotta pay to play. So that's hella annoying, you know.
I know.
Because I'm just like, I mean, it's like, not that I can't pay, but it's just like, man, why do I gotta pay to play? Like, come on.
So what would you be doing, Eureka, if you were not singing? If you didn't have this beautiful voice and the skills to write?
I would probably become a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of lawyer?
To help Black people and people of color out.
Oh, equality, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
The black and brown communities are the most affected by the racism. So it's like I saw the criminal justice system. That's who's the most affected by it. That's when you see these prisons, these funded prisons that a lot of these companies that we have shopped at before, they fund these prisons. So it's a big industry. So I really, I would definitely want to get people out of jail or prison. I mean, or like prevent people from going to prison by representing them. So that's what I would have done.
Well, we definitely have a lot in common. It's funny you mentioned that because when I was at Cal State Hayward, I was double majored in poli-sci and English to go into criminal defense is what you're talking about. So definitely that was my goal. I wanted to defend people who shouldn't be in there, so all walks of life, no matter which color they were. I just felt like, I knew some people who were innocent and, shouldn't be in jail. But something else happened. I think I turned to the left and decided to revamp and focus on me. So, but I love that logic because that says a lot about your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going back to a comment because I think we were talking about how you pay to play, or you mentioned pay to play. And
I'm gonna do virtual stuff though with the COVID. That's all in the works. So like I'm gonna be doing virtual stuff, and it's just there's ways to get around that. So I like it's kind of cool that we have that right now because it's forcing us to get more creative as artists. So I'm definitely working on the virtual shows.
One of the comments he said was that's a no-go. Put your own shows together. So
definitely. Yep.
You're right on target with that. So what's a message that you would give to your fans? So we talked about to yourself, but what is something that you want to say to your fans? Because of course, like a lot of your songs are emotional. They're now political. And of course they're direct. So you have a voice right now today to say whatever you'd like to say to your fans and to your audience. What is that message that you would like to deliver to them today?
I would definitely say going within, soul searching, finding out who you are and why whatever it is that you are going through, soul searching, definitely having a relationship with God.
Amen.
Being positive, just aiming to be a good person every day, like just do right by people. I would definitely say that. And if you're going through something right now, I would just say stay strong, that it does get better, even though it doesn't seem like that, but you get stronger and you get wiser when you just go through, the storm that you got to weather the storm. So definitely, yes. And if you can't do it, you pray, or if you can't pray, you figure out what it is to get your mind right. Just keep your mind elevated, staying humble. We're all human beings. Treat everybody like a human being. Don't think that you're above people. Just definitely just being real. It's a lot of faking you know, we live, like I said, we live in an age of instant gratification, and we live in a social media. Everything is online. Everything is online, and everything is instant, instant, instant. So definitely just keeping it real still, like being the same person that you are on social media, that in person, and just being a real person, being authentic.
Absolutely.
I love the authenticity. That's what I'm about.
Well, I love it, and I love your vibe. I love your energy.
Thank
you. And you know, I love your Scorpio-ness, because you're Scorpio.
Any Scorpios in the building? What's up?
I don't know. I'm not a Scorpio, but I do. I love Scorpio.
If they're watching this later on today.
Yeah. Because they be real, you know, direct, and you know.
Yes.
Yeah. And what Elaine just said, you sound like a real one. You're definitely gotta go. She's got to go check out your music. So yes, anybody that's on here, tell everybody where to find you and find your music, Eureka.
Well, they're my Instagram. I think you can link to my Instagram from this page, but I'm on SoundCloud and YouTube at the moment. I'm also, you know, eventually I'll be on Spotify and all the other major platforms. So right now you can find me on SoundCloud, YouTube, and Insta. So
absolutely. So what are some of your ambitions going forward? I mean, you're a songwriter, you're a singer, you're in entertainment now. So I mean, looking at you, I think you can do so many things. What are some of those goals that you have? I
definitely want to step into the fashion world because I'm obsessed with fashion. I plan my outfits ahead of time. So I love fashion, definitely touching in that world eventually. I was in theater growing up, so I did play stuff. So definitely the acting, you know, definitely get into some comedy because I love making people laugh.
And yes. I love fashion. We talked about that. Tennis shoes.
Sneakers. Yes.
Love sneakers, girl. Don't play, honey. We'll be on the phone all day talking about
do heels. I mean, definitely not now. I mean, very few times you'll see me in heels. Like really slim. The chances are slim that you'll see me in heels. I love the trainers, sneakers.
Well, I think you're versatile, so I think you could do a lot with fashion. I think modeling definitely. And
I try. I like that you said that because I did when I came here. I did submit to modeling agencies, but I'm 5'5", so a lot of them they want you to be 5'6" because I wanted to do catalog. They want you to be 5'6" and over, so I'm at 5'5". You know, I could have lied, but you know, I don't want that. I just I'm 5'5". Like take me as I am. So probably eventually, you know, definitely tapping into that. Like I said, fashion.
So talk about your support system. So we talked about how you deal with things spiritually. Who do you have around you aside from your producers and, you know, your management? Who do you have around you that's definitely giving you that support? And then how important is that? Of course, being, you know, a singer and a songwriter in the industry.
Well, I FaceTime my little brother every day. His name's Jermaine. I talk to my mom every day. So I talk to my family a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's important. Especially what we talked about coming in, you know, with, you know, mental health. The pandemic has definitely been a little interesting for everyone.
It's weird. This is weird. We haven't seen nothing like this. So
and it's strange. But you've been able to release, you know, a single. So that says a lot. You know, I mean, for you to be able to do something in the middle of, you know, people not being able to do anything. I think there's a lot happening. And I was saying the other day, I think I posted and said, don't let anybody tell you that nothing's happening because there's a lot happening.
Yeah, this is actually a blessing because we have more time to get creative, and this is just forcing us to go further into our creativity of, you know, creating something, inventing something new. So I just think that it's a really creative time for musicians, artists, and producers, etc. I think this is the perfect time for us. We got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
We can't. So, you know, I know they want us to they want us to stay home and stuff, but get outside. You know? Yeah.
And I think we need the outside, like a lot of the air and the trees and things like that. I mean, we need that, right?
We do, sunlight. It's bad for your immune system to not go outside. So
absolutely. So who else do you want to collaborate with? I mean, you got these great producers. Who else would you like to collaborate with? Artists, producers.
In my perfect world, Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Too Short.
Wow.
Definitely people whoever else is in the Bay, like female rappers in the Bay, like Ali. I like Ali Cocaine. I forgot to tell you, I got my train of thought back. Yeah, she's in Oakland. Ali Cocaine. I really like her music. Definitely her. Nas.
Wow.
I like Timberland. Who else? Just a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, well, people with great sounds, right?
Yeah,
and I like that. So tell me this. Today, of course, you know, now that 2020 is, I always want to say, kind of speeding myself up to 2021. What's coming up next year for Eureka? Because, you know, the year is pretty much at the end. You know, we're in September. I can even say Happy Thanksgiving to you already. And I know I'm speeding everything up, but I'm just, you know, this has been a great year, but what's next? What's 2021 going to look like for you? Because I know you're into manifestation.
Yeah, so definitely continuing the music.
Yes.
EP,
yes.
Continuing to build my audience, my listening. And yes, I just want to keep putting out the quality content, continuously keep putting out music.
So you guys working on something right now? You got EP coming? What's coming next?
Yeah,
tell us the secrets.
I'm still recording. Yeah, definitely more singles coming. But I just want to right now, you know, make sure the content is there and just getting my audience up, because having it is important to have a fan base, because they, you know, they'll know when you got new stuff coming out, so you know they're gonna definitely listen to it, or you know they're gonna get the song because they follow you and they stay updated with your channel and stuff and your page.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I just want to say, you know, you are an incredible artist. I think you're an incredible individual.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've just been kind of picking and choosing, you know, as I go, and I have to really kind of like vibe, and I like the energy of the people who have been really blessed and humbled to be able to interview and to network with. And like I told you before, we were talking, like I had started following you like probably, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago.
Really? Know? Oh my God. No wonder I felt some type of familiarity. Yeah. I was like, do I know her from somewhere? Like,
yeah, and it's funny.
I'm like, do I know her? Like, I think at church or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because I was off, and I was telling you, I was off of Instagram for 2 years.
Oh gosh.
So, but the reason why I connected and remembered is I'm like, oh, sneakers, red hair. So, you know, I just thank you for just being you and just continuing to literally walk in that, because that's so crucial, you know, for being your independent self. So I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but I just want to say thank you for taking the time out today and giving me the opportunity to come on and let everybody else know who you are. And so again, this is Eureka. Her visual is at YouTube. You can find Rebirth of a Nation there, and also SoundCloud, correct?
Yes.
And on SoundCloud. And then we're looking forward to what's coming next. So definitely, please stay in touch and keep us posted. And thank you, Real Talk. Thank you, Legend, for doing so well with this wonderful artist, and continue to make some really dope sounds with her. And I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Peace, darling.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.